turned it on and turned it off. 2
Yeah,
minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, if you want to go ahead,
All right.
I'll watch for you.
Here we are, live. Now, can you hear me via YouTube?
Okay. Can you hear me via YouTube? Yes, and because of it, I have an echo.
Yeah. Oops.
So I have to turn one off.
Yeah. Well, I've only got the sound on the phone, so.
Oh.
So that's enough, isn't it?
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Is there an echo?
No, no echo.
Okay. There's no echo for me because I turned off the volume on your YouTube.
There you go.
Because that's where I got the echo.
Uh-huh. So the question is, can Carol hear us?
Well, let's see. I don't see her in there.
No, I don't. She says she's in, but I don't see her.
Oh, I didn't see her.
I saw a notice that said she said, "Yay, I'm in," via YouTube. But I don't know where that is. Anyway, so we'll wait and see if anybody turns up. Have I got this? Is this a good one? Make sure I've got some goo to play with. Had closed captions on the other video, none here. I haven't got the faintest idea what that means. What is closed captions?
I'm going to put the link for this particular room in a post and send it out.
And I'm going to mash that up a bit. I've got some stuff. Good. Right, I'm just mixing up this plaster, which was getting a little bit on the gungy side. So
Oh, I have to tell you, it's lovely. On YouTube, I'm seeing your video where you're stirring.
Yeah.
As if I were sitting in your chair, and those were my hands.
Oh, good.
And that's half the screen, a little more than half the screen, and the other half of the screen is all the stuff you have on your left.
Good, good. Well, I can always zoom in a bit.
Right, you might want to zoom in a little bit more for the camera, and maybe too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it on your camera screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you figure it out.
Let's come over here a bit. A little bit over here. We'll nudge the other one, but there we go.
You're getting there.
There we go. Okay.
That looks good.
Is it all right on the room one, I think?
Now, the video on your phone is looking straight down, but at a different angle. It's really cool, I gotta tell you. This is really cool.
Well, something's working. You see, if this does not work, I've got the other pot somewhere, and I've got there's the other pot already. That's a new one, that one. And I've also got the Amsterdam somewhere. I thought I got the Amsterdam out, ready. I must have put the Amsterdam away again. That's the trouble, you move things to tidy up, and then you can't find them again. Never mind. This is just ordinary wall filler, so we'll start with the Mayplay with ordinary wool filler. And it doesn't really matter if it's lumpy or not. Not in the slightest. So it's that one or the other one. Let's have a look at the other one. The other one's a new pot, so it should be absolutely fine.
YouTube. It would be the easiest.
Yeah, well,
So-
another message said they were using YouTube, and I don't understand that. Because they don't seem to be in the room or anything.
Right. And you know what? It's not you. I'm going to blame it all on any lag and Facebook.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's a pain in the butt sometimes. Facebook has been so crazy lately. And I gotta watch my language because I'm on here live with you too.
Yes, exactly. You
I
must be a
forgot
good
that.
girl. See, this is a nice new one. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Ooh, new. That appears to be quite solid, in a way.
Needs some water.
I think it does. There we are. Lesson number
Well, for
one.
you-
Add water.
For you to work with it, that is.
So the other one I've mixed in, so maybe we'll end up using the other one.
I have a tendency with the spackle and like that to store it upside down.
Oh, yeah. If I did that, it would leak.
Oh,
That's the sort of thing that happens to me. I would go, oh, I'll be clever and store it upside down, and then it will leak out. You go, oh. No, this is not too bad, actually. It's mixing in quite well. I'm going to add a bit more water. And then eventually we'll get to the point of just doing...
just getting to it.
Yeah. So I'll discard one of these for the moment. I could do something else on that one later. So that we've just got the one to cope with, the small area. Of course, this is might be newly opened, but it's not new because it's been sitting here for a while. This was my dad's letter opener. Now let's have a look and see what we can get with this. Right. So it's not too bad at all. Spreading nicely. Yes, it's spreading really quite nicely.
Yes, it is. Looks
Careful,
good.
careful, move, go on. Dog sat on my clock. I've got a clock part here and he went and sat on it. And you knocked the other one off as well, didn't you? Clever boy. Well done. Your animals always seem to want to help at the inopportune moment, don't they?
I don't have any anymore, so I don't know anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We did the best we could with them. That's what matters.
Yeah. Oh, I seem to have an extra hair here. I bet it's a dog hair. See, if it can't join in one way, it'll join in another. Now, the point being to cover everything with a fairly even coat, but not too deep. Otherwise it doesn't seem to work so well. And I'm going to put some little bits of the bark in there, just to get a nice little cluster, I think.
What I have to remember when I do this, because I'm getting set up to do it this week, maybe this weekend, is to remember to not go too heavy, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. The heaviness is so easy to do, and you don't realise how heavy it is. Oh, I think I want one more piece if I can find it. That one I'll do just nice. And I might build that up a little more, because that needs something to grab hold, you see. Whereas everywhere else it doesn't need so much. Otherwise I suspect it will just pop off. Oh, I didn't press record. Here we are. I better go and do that, hadn't I? On OBS Studio.
Yep.
So, start recording. There we are. Then we've got something to upload. I mean, you can try it putting on whatever weight of stuff you like, but you'll find, I think, that you'll have to scrape some off if you put it on too thick. The way I did the first time.
I went ahead and sent the link directly to Carol in a private message.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully that will help her. You know, in the group, so many of the posts get buried or lost or out of sync.
Yeah.
So pretty much got it covered. I don't know what else I can do to get anyone in here.
Well, it's still working. I'm going to put some marks. And this funny little bit of plastic, which I've got no idea what it is. It's a bit too thick.
She says she can hear you. She says she's here. I don't see her.
Well, if she's on YouTube, you won't see her, will you?
Well, she says she can hear. Well, I don't know where she's hearing you from.
Probably from the room, maybe? Says there's an excellent connection. That's nice of it.
Oh, she says she's on YouTube. But she says she's not able to talk or type.
Oh, not able to type. Oh.
Now, I'm able to chat, to type, so do you have it disabled, or
No.
is it just for you and I?
No, I can see you typed. You say, Carol, are you here?
Right. Okay, Carol's going to try again. Hopefully reboot or start YouTube over again and try to come back in. So she heard us talking. She is in the right room. She just couldn't.
Yeah, odd.
Yes, it is. So I keep watching messages to see if she comes back, and hopefully she can come back and actually participate.
Yeah. That would be better, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. And that's all right, because you're streaming and recording. So
Yeah.
this is something they can watch later if nothing else, and you can post it in the group. So
Hopefully.
I should quit talking and let you describe what you are doing.
Well, I found an old lighter, and I'm just using that. I know what I haven't done. I haven't sprayed the bottom of anything that I'm using. If you remember that the water helps release. So, spray. And unlock the sprayer before you start. There you go. Yes, that's better.
Carol says she's back and can hear us, but again, she can't.
It's weird,
type.
isn't it? Here's a peg I found, so we're going to have a go with that. And a bottle top. Well, that's quite nice.
That's really nice.
What? Oh, PM Artist Studio.
She can't even see chat.
Oh.
So she may have it hidden.
Yeah, has she clicked it at the top? You know, there's a little thing where it says the options at the top where you can say whether you want chat or not. Going to use a bit of dog bandage. Not yet used on dogs, so it's quite hygienic.
So yes, PM can hear us, so I believe that Carol has her chat hidden since she can't seem to. There's Laura. Hi, Laura.
Oh, hiya.
Jersey
There she is. There she is. There's Carol.
And there's Carol.
Right, now to make sure that stays down, I'm going to add a bit more stuff.
Welcome, everyone. This is Violet speaking.
I'm just adding a bit round the edges of this so as to embed it slightly, because I'm using a very thin coating of stuff, because it seems to work better on the stamping effects.
We try, PM, we try. If you're going to be out here, you might as well enjoy yourself, right?
Oh, Laura's
Your
at a
eyes on
drive-through.
the road, Laura.
Yeah. I like that. It's like a pair of spectacles.
Oh, look at you. I love this scissors effect. Oh, I never thought of that. Look at that. Almost like your steampunk glasses.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Hi, Jan. No. Well, you can turn on closed caption. You have to do it yourself. Actually, we don't have that option here. I don't see it here.
Have I done something wrong? I'm not allowed something? I don't know.
No, you haven't done anything wrong, Fran. It's just that the option to close caption must be off at your end so that none of us can turn it on at our end. But that's all right. I think if Jan Weaver sits nicely and quietly, we'll let her stay and she can listen to us instead.
Closed caption. Where's closed caption?
I see that, Carol. I don't know why you had to do it that way. Interesting.
I don't see anything about closed caption there. There's
I think
no
it
option.
would be on your YouTube, not
Caption
your
certification.
OBS.
There's caption certification.
No, I don't
No?
think. I don't know if it may be in your direct.
We'll have to
Direct
investigate
YouTube
that for the
settings.
next one, I think. I think we'll have to investigate that for the next one. We don't really want to disturb this one now we've actually got it working.
Right. Where are the DVR options, PM? I don't recall seeing that.
That's probably round about enough, so I'm just going to add that little car
There you go.
just there.
Good to know. Well, we will do this again, part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 175 if need be. And by the time we get to the hundreds, we should probably have that part figured out.
Probably. That's the cover of a plug. You see that?
I can see that.
I thought I'd give it a go. You never know what may work.
Fran is using OBS because she's running 2 cameras today and streaming live in 2 different places. One here in YouTube, and she's streaming in another, in a Facebook room, a private Facebook room at the same time with a different camera.
Oh, that's good. That one's good. That one works nice. That's the dog's eye drops. The dog's eye drops works lovely. Or it does if you've got enough plaster down. Because once it started to dry, you could put a bit more on, you see.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
There you go.
I've got to bury the card
She's
slightly.
not using Streamlabs. I think Streamlabs is a paid version, isn't it? But at the moment, she's just using the free OBS studio. No thinking aloud. Carol says no thinking aloud.
What's thinking? I don't do that.
She wanted 2 different views.
It's
Or maybe
because
you know something we don't know.
It's because I don't know how to get 2 different views to go to to 2 different places. Yeah, because I can get the view from the YouTube, from this camera go to YouTube, and from this one to go to the room. But I don't know how to do that by using one camera to split it to 2 different places. I don't know whether that's even possible. So that's why.
PM, just so you understand, she's using 2 different cameras to broadcast to 2 different areas, but she's using OBS Studio to do it.
No, I'm only using OBS Studio to do the one to YouTube. The other one on the phone is just going directly to the room. You just joined the room on that, you see. That's why it's 2 different things.
Well, PM, then Fran needs to stop talking to me and talk to you.
Hello! I'm just adding, I shouldn't really be adding this because it's not a found object. Well, I found it in my box, but...
This is new to both of us, and I'm doing my best to find the information she needs to do the streaming the way she wants to do it. So it's all trial and error for us.
Now, I'm just going to do an extra bit here.
Okay.
Both to help pop that in, and because there's not so much going on there, and I want to do it again. It's all dried here. I can feel it. It's dried.
Goes really fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'd normally have finished this in about 5 minutes, but I dragged it out a bit by adding more layers. Now then, let's see if I can get another one of those glasses in there, because I like those.
I do too. You've inspired me.
Well, I've got them partially in there, but I want to do some with extra surface, so you don't actually need anything to make a surface. You can just use your own palette knife that you've already got. So just making a little splodgy sort of messiness.
Yes.
Mountains.
And if anyone is wondering, Fran is using a spackle or drywall, or I think the word I know is spackle paste.
Fine surface, ready mixed wall filler.
There you go.
Crack resistant, quick setting, superior grip. The point is it has to be fine. The finer, the better you're going to get the impressions. If it's not fine, it's not going to work so well. That's what I found anyway. Right, now I've finished with that on that one. So I'm going to put that one away to dry. Now I've got on there quite a few pieces. Grab a bit of that to pop that down because it's trying to spring up. That's better.
Thank you, PM. I considered StreamYard. I think some in our group have issues with StreamYard, and so this was the route we took to where most of us could view her either on YouTube or the other platform.
Yes, I could use some of the stencils there, but I'm not doing stencils at the moment, so I'm just doing impressions. I mean, one step at a time.
Little plug there, Fran.
Yeah.
Read what PM said. Little plug there.
Yeah, those
That's
nice
all right.
ones that I haven't tried yet because I've been too busy and too nervous about doing this right.
We'll keep it in mind, PM. Thank you.
So we've got lots of impression on here. We've got a little bit of bubble wrap. We've got a couple of bits of dog bandage. We've got some bark from a tree, I think a pine. And we've got various impressions here and there. So I think that's enough on that one for now. I will put it to one side to dry. This bit is going to take forever to dry because it's really quite thick.
Really thick there, yeah.
I'll pop it over there and we'll grab the other one.
We appreciate the input and help too, PM, just so you know.
Oh, hi, Mariah. You can't always tell when it says PM
Mariah,
Artist Studio
thank you.
which one it is.
Right.
Right. Starting again with this one, I'm going to use some stamps now.
Here we go again.
And then I'll fetch over one I did earlier to show you what I do next. Now, if I could find the Amsterdam, I'd do a bit of that as well.
I was just thinking of you, Carol. I'm like, I hope you're still here.
Quiet. Carol's being quiet. Great thing about having the nice Ranger surface underneath, you just scrape off the bits that go over the edge. No problem at all.
Good to know, PM. Mariah. Lovely name, too. I like that. I was hoping Jeanette would be able to get in and visit with us, too.
I thought I saw some. Was it Jennifer, not Jeanette? Not sure.
Oh, yeah, she is here. She needs to, she is here.
She was talking about the captions, wasn't she?
Yes.
Thought so. I don't understand captions. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jan Weaver is here.
Definitely want to try that. See if that does anything.
Okay, scoochy the board up, the cardboard up a little to, yep, there you go. Now we can see more. There you go.
Sorry. I'm so good at being out of shot.
There, perfect.
I like this one. This one's a good impression.
That cap.
Yeah. That works quite well as a stamp as well. There won't be any so much inclusions in this one, or certainly not any bark, because I've used it all. So all this was a envelope from Amazon, like that. I just
Yep.
opened it up, cut it in two, bingo, cut off the little flaps and off we go. I put rather a lot on there now, haven't I? I'll try and smooth
Is
it
that
out
the
a
one
bit.
that your moto saw came in?
No, it came in a big box.
Oh.
That's not working. Oh dear. Put too much on there. Right. Need some water.
Little spritz.
No, I'm dunking it in the whole thing because I've got plaster in all the mesh holes. So I don't want that.
Thank you for joining us, Mariah. We appreciate you coming to visit.
Thank you, Mariah. Yeah. Well, we seem to be okay at the moment. No doubt we'll find some problems later on.
But we'll look you up if we come into danger zone.
Yeah.
The dog hairs are texture, Fran. You can leave them.
Catch me out trying to fish them out. Just remember, you don't want it too deep, and I've got this a little deep. I'll have it deeper in some areas, but A, too deep is not great for the stamping effects, and B, don't have to take a long time to dry.
Right.
So I will scrape that back in.
If you work with a small palette to begin with, you kind of get the hang of how thick it should be, I think,
Yep.
as you go. I wouldn't try to do anything big my first time.
Memories stamp and my nice glasses stamp. I like those very much. So, spritz, stamp, spritz, stamp. Not too bad, getting a bit mucky. Wipe, that's what you want the baby wipes for. It's gone over the edge a bit, hasn't it? Dearie me, what a mess.
If anyone has any questions, you can go ahead and type it in, or I'm over in the, well, no one else is in the other room. But if anyone has any questions, go ahead and type it in and Fran will answer.
I'll certainly try. Even if the answer is I don't know that. One of my favourite stamps is, I use this so much these days. So many things.
I love that one.
Single spritz, in, up. Now
And you don't really have to press down hard, do you?
Well, I press down a bit hard, but not especially hard. A leaf stamp. Gonna try that one.
Okay.
Not too bad. I do like to clean it immediately because I don't like it to gunge up my stamps. You don't want wall plaster drying in your stamps. So either have the baby wipes ready or plunge it into some water.
Right.
Now let's try the
We
nutmeg.
can't see as clearly as you. We can't see the impressions.
I will
can
lift
see
it up
some,
and show
but
you.
Probably not as clear as you. But once you paint it, once you begin to paint and
Oh,
wipe,
you've got to see this. You've got to see this. Look at this. Look at this. That worked. That actually worked. Can you see that?
oh, I could see it. I could see the little, yep.
Yeah, it actually worked. I
Well,
didn't
now
think
we know
it
what
would.
it's supposed to be for.
Oh, I never dreamed it would work. Who knew? Yeah, it's not impressing everywhere, but where it's got a little bit of depth, it will. Ooh,
Right.
lovely.
Oh, I see that.
Lovely. Well, there we are. That's a good one. I can't really rub over that with this because it's metal spiking out, so it'll just tear the cloth. So I'll have to deal with that later. Soak it or something. Now this is the julienne item, and for a square shape, which I was lacking before. Nice. And don't forget, you can use pill packets, those of us that take pills. It's a wonderful
Okay, I can
opportunity
see that.
to use things
I
like
can
that.
see that, yeah.
And I've got various shapes here of different pill packets. I've got round ones and I've got oblong ones. Let's try an oblong. Find an area that's got some depth to it, a little bit of depth. We don't want too much. And this one was quite good. I'm going to try this way round this time.
Thumbs up for Franny. Thumbs up.
That wasn't quite so good. It might be a bit dry there now. How about this nice shape? If it wants to go there, that's where it wants to go. See, already this is getting quite dry. It's not making a lot of impression. I just want to try this little stamp I've got here, which is like a sort of netting.
Interesting.
That's not bad.
And you haven't embedded anything on this one.
No, nothing at all. I think that's probably about enough. Although I did want to do my favourite little face, which I now can't find. Oh great. I've probably dropped it on the floor. I heard something go thump.
Thank you for the thumbs up.
No, that was Journey. Well, we'll try Journey then, see as how it seems to want to join in. Doesn't seem to have made much impression. I think it's getting a bit dry now, this. So that's drying out quite nicely. So we'll leave that be, and then we'll clear the decks. So that's how far we've got with that. You can see some of the impressions, I think.
Lovely.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can, yes. That I'm waiting to see when it's painted, so
Yeah,
on it,
exactly.
hurry up and dry it.
Well, the first one I will give a little boost to after I've had a go with the one that we prepared earlier, if I can just remember where I put it. There's always that.
Carol says, I am impressed and I see it.
Oh, good. I'm just going to go and dunk these in water because I really don't want to ruin the stamps. So if you'll excuse me for just a moment, talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Hold your horses, she'll be right back.
Yeah, just make sure I've got everything I need to wash. I think I
Well,
have.
for all the help that Mariah has given us, if you ever get a chance, head over to PM Artist Studio on YouTube and look up Mariah's stencils too.
Move.
And that's my plug for the day. Thank you, Mariah, even though you're not here anymore. Laura, is Laura still here? Oh, I hope she's not, and that she's driving safely. Carol, you can't see, but we've also got a video going into a room in the group at the same time, and the only one in there right now is myself and Fran. But that's okay. It's all being recorded. You're you're safe sitting, aren't you? I hope.
There we are, and we'll pop those there to dry. And there's the one I wanted as well. Right. And here is the one I did earlier. Blue Peter moment coming up.
Good idea, Carol. Good idea.
Huh? Oh. Oh, I see. There we are. There's one I did earlier.
Okay. This is where the magic comes through.
And we'll just make sure I put the top on everything, because we don't want them to dry out. And on that one, put it away.
Carol says she needs magic. Show her some magic, Fran.
This is not the one I thought it was. It's a different one. Oh, fascinating. I'll just have a look and see if I can find the other one. I won't be
Okay.
long, because if I can't, I'll use that one anyway. Well, we'll use that one anyway. Don't want to delay, do we? You can also use oven mesh. That's another thing you can use. Like,
Oven mesh. I'm not sure what that is.
that's oven mesh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oven mesh.
Interesting.
Because that can give you pattern and texture in the same sort of way, pushing it in. See?
Now, here, I would look at that and think plastic canvas.
Well, it looks sort of plastic, but if you can put it in the oven, I don't think it can be.
Well, right. But it makes me think of plastic canvas or a meshy onion bag.
Well, you could embed those things in, couldn't you? Certainly. I'm just bending this so it's a bit flatter, because it isn't very. Now then, we've got some paints, various colours. I like using the metallics. Now, when I use the metallics, you put it on and then you rub quite a lot of it off, so you don't get much metallic effect. So perhaps you'd prefer not to use the metallics, but to use something else, like an ordinary acrylic paint, like that. Avocado. That's a possibility. But I like my acrylic paints. I like the colours, so we'll see. I'll get some out and we'll have a look.
Metallics. You like the metallics?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Carol says she loves the shine of metallics.
Yeah, but this method doesn't give you a lot of shine. But just a little warning, if that's what you want, you may not want to use the metallics. I mean, you can, but then don't wipe it all off if you want the metallic thing. What's happened? Edit settings? No, I don't want to edit settings. Did I touch something? Might have touched something.
Oh, I don't know. I've got YouTube is fine and the room is fine,
Good.
so I don't see any changes.
I think it was me nudging
you
the
fine.
mouse underneath my desk. Got a couple of brushes. That's a good one. And you need the wipes again here. Another thing you can embed, which I forgot to mention, is cardboard, especially the corrugated cardboard. The nice little ridges give a lovely pattern. You can embed that into these things as well.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Right, I'm going to make some little puddles. I'm going to shake it up first. This one is aquamarine.
Here we go.
Now I can just brush it on like that and leave it, but I put it in quite deep because I want it to go into the crevices because of the effect you get that way. Is this one aquamarine? Yes. And that's an impression of that same pill packet as I was using earlier. And this one has dried, oh I don't know, about 3 or 4 days. Maybe a bit longer.
So you've been patiently waiting for it to dry.
I just put it to one side and forgot about it, actually. There's a part of the glasses coming up. Can you see that?
You'll have to bring it up a little bit. You're in the far bottom right corner on our screen, and we could see most of it, but move it towards your camera. I mean, move it towards away from you a little bit. There you go. There. Oh, there. Oh, that's got. You used bubble wrap there.
No, that's the pill packet. That.
The pill pack. Okay. Yep, I can see it. Oh, it does have a little bit of a shine.
Ah, but it's gonna not have a little bit of a shine because I'm going to get one of these baby wipes. And rub it back.
Carol says, oh yes, wow, that is going to look great. Now we already know we like that color.
I'm just going to stop dropping everything and open up my water because I need to rinse my brush occasionally. I'm going to try this avocado. This is not a metallic, so we'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see what we shall see. Of course, it helps if the flipping stuff will come out. Oh, hello, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
And I'm going a little bit over the aquamarine because I want to blend it in a bit as well.
That color really pops out, Fran.
It won't. Although it may still a bit.
No.
Goes quite nicely with the aquamarine though, doesn't it?
Yes. I think that's what made it pop out. Yes.
Now this technique was on a Giselle Grenier video, and I thought it was so great I couldn't help but have a go myself. So you want to take it back so you reveal the darker impressions of the stamps, otherwise it just smothers the whole thing. And you also want to blend it in a little here, like you would with a blending tool with Tim Holtz stuff.
Right.
They've got some stamps in here that we can't quite see yet, so we'll rub it back a little bit more to reveal them. There we go. Right, now what other colour? Now I've got an amethyst there. I might use that one. I might use a bit of copper. Or I've got a neon, but we've already got a green there, so I don't think we need anything close to that. But I have got Americana multi-surface satin, which is quite nice. Let's try that one. And it's eggplant, that one. Eggplant. I shouldn't really have put it on there, should I? Silly me. Should have put it on the side. Like that. But there we go. Done it now. This will become a bit muddy with this one, I think, looking at it.
You think? Depends on how much you wipe off, huh?
Yeah. Well, we'll see, won't we? I think I want a little bit more of the aquamarine there to blend with it. Come on, out you come. Come on. Oh, that's right, you say out you come, and it definitely does. Not really paying a vast amount of attention to what I'm doing. I'm just slapping on colour. That's why it's such a good technique, because you can just have fun with it. You don't have to concentrate vastly on what you're doing. You just remember the technique and just go with it.
Right now you can see the impression coming out of your steampunk glasses.
Yeah.
You can see that.
See that there, yeah.
That squash color really, it shows up.
What was that one called?
Squash, wasn't that squash?
Avocado.
Avocado. No, that's the green.
Yeah.
What are you using right now?
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, you mean that one there? Yes.
yeah, it's kind of a purplish. It's a
Eggplant.
It's
colour.
really pretty. It's really pretty. I like that.
See, now taking that off reveals the clock face there that you couldn't really see
Yeah.
so well before, and the text, bit of text there or something. Memory, started
Isn't that
memory.
something? That's beautiful.
I guess you could call this the big reveal.
It is showing up this color is showing the imprints better than the other color.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe I don't know why.
Darker
The
colour.
lighting or something.
The
Yeah,
green
it's
isn't showing
pretty.
it up so much, is it? No. But it's nice to have that little contrast.
But you can see it, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really popping out with that eggplant color. Really nice. Now I have a question.
Uh-huh.
If you wanted to use this for a journal cover, you couldn't bend it, could you?
Why not?
Well, wouldn't it crack the spackle? Wouldn't it crack the filler?
Possibly, but I just put something on the binding, on the bit that's gonna bend, like a bit of Tyvek or something that you've also coloured. Why
Oh
not?
yeah, okay. I could, yeah. Excellent. Excellent, because I wanted to do one with the pipes.
Ah, there you go.
I'm getting ambitious.
It's fun. And I was thinking, trying to think of a way to do the pipes without necessarily having to have the mould that does the pipes. I mean, I've got the mould, but I do know that these things can be quite expensive, and if you're on a budget, it's not easy. So I'm thinking up a way to do that without needing it.
Well, then you'd have to create a stamp.
Not necessarily. I've got another idea.
Okay, I hope you share it.
Oh yeah, I will be doing on another one of these plays further on.
Wonderful. Yeah, don't keep it to yourself. We paid good money to see you here today.
Did you? Who took it? Little bit more I want. I want to mix this more in with the green, because it's not, as you say, it's not showing up the green so well. So I just
It
want
went
to
to taxes, Franny. It went to pay taxes.
Oh, right. Typical.
Yeah, went to pay those darn taxes.
Well, after this COVID thing, we're going to need to have a huge load of taxes to pay for it all, aren't we? Yeah. Just want to see if that makes any difference to that bit. I'll leave the rest, but I just want to see if that actually does anything. There we go. Right, new one. There's not a great deal of texture over here. There's some in the corner, but not a vast amount. A little bit there. Memories. And that clock.
I love that. Look at that blend. That is just beautiful.
That's sort of better, isn't it?
Well, yeah, as you're blending it, it really, it's bringing out the better part of that avocado. It's just, I really like it. It's misty looking.
You need to keep
right,
changing
Carol?
to a
Carol
fresh
says
bit.
it is looking amazing. I'm telling you, you don't know what Fran can do. She's got a talent with rubbing.
Rubbing.
It just.
I'm gonna do some
And
more
blending
again.
colors, how she blends colors, I'm not very good at that, but I'm watching her going, well, you know what, stop thinking about it and just do it.
Yeah, well, I'm not thinking much about it. Just
Right.
I've limited my palette to 3 colours. That's also part of the trick, I think.
I think that's really helpful. Yeah.
Because if you have
Look
more
at
than
it,
3, it becomes too overwhelming. And it just becomes
Yeah.
a bit of a mess. But just 3, I think that will work. There's that leaf. It's the same leaf as I used in the one just now.
Where you're painting is off camera, we can't see.
Sorry.
So it's going to be a surprise when you finally show us.
I will move things up. I'm terrible at being off camera.
I know, you don't have much table space left, but yeah.
I will.
There we go. Oh, it just...
Here, the leaf. But I used the big leaf.
Looks beautiful. Is your back okay, Carol? Is that what you're saying? Your back is okay or not okay?
She says her back is right here. Well, mine's right there.
I don't... Yeah.
Teasing. I don't know.
Tease. There's a lag. You saw her say teasing before I did. There's a bit of a lag at my end, coming across the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's coming across and then going to me and then going back again, isn't it? It's pond hopping.
Oh, you need a back rub, Carol? I do really good massages, or I used to. I'm out of practice, but I used to do really, really nice massages.
I just got something for my arthritic knee, which I hope is going to help a lot. I don't know if it will or not. We'll have to wait and see. It's a funny shaped pillow that you put between your legs, so that it
I
stops.
have that.
Oh dear. Oh right.
Yeah, it's got a indent in it. It's kind
That's the
of
one.
concave, and
Yeah.
I've used it, and I tend to. It's not that it doesn't work. It's just that I don't sleep well and I toss and turn.
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering about, the tossing and turning.
And when I toss and turn, I have to take it with me, which is a whole exercise of its own.
Yeah, I did wonder about that.
It's a serious yoga move trying to turn over when you've got one of those little pillows between your knees.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, won't we?
But it was comfortable when I do use it. It is comfortable. But I do, for my back and for my legs, I do a yoga move called the happy baby pose.
Really?
Yeah, you'd have to look it up. I couldn't describe it to you, but it actually helps my circulation and gets the kinks out of my back. I do it first thing. I wake up, I do the happy baby pose before I even get out of bed.
I've definitely got to
do it for anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes.
I'm dying to find out what a happy baby looks like.
And then there's the down dog or something like that.
Downward dog. I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, that helps. And then there's another move I do from the downward dog. I do a stretch, still on my knees, but I stretch out, and that helps. I'll tell you a trick that my husband has had both knees replaced, but prior to that, because he had tight tendons and arthritis, his therapist, he had to have therapy prior to the knee replacement to get him in shape for the knee replacement. And one of the things the therapist would do is bend his leg at the knee as much as he could. And one time I heard my husband screaming in therapy. I wanted to beat up the therapist. But it cracks, according to him, it cracks the arthritis and loosens up the knee. And so what we do now here at home is we have stairs. You put one foot like 2 steps up and you bend forward, lean forward as far as you can, which will bend your knee.
It sounds absolutely horrific.
No, it doesn't hurt at all. It actually...
Well, him screaming, I think that would hurt.
Well, that was the therapist using his hands to bend his knee back.
Yeah.
This is the same maneuver we can do at home, but not quite to the extreme.
Uh-huh.
And my husband did say afterwards he did feel a lot better for it.
Uh-huh.
So, but it was that initial cracking that arthritis up so that he could move his knee so that it was more flexible. I am just loving this. This is just beautiful. You're a little bit off screen again, but it's still showing enough that it's beautiful.
Well, I'm going to do that bit. Those 2 bits, so I've turned it round so you can see.
There you go. Yes.
Come on, come out. Thank you.
So 3 colors here. That's it.
Yep, just 3.
Aquamarine, avocado, and eggplant.
Yep.
Who knew?
And the aquamarine is Deco Art, Extreme Sheen. The eggplant is Deco Art Americana Multi-Surface Satin. And the avocado is Ducraft Artiste Multi-Purpose Acrylic Paint. But it doesn't matter who makes the paint. I mean, you could use folk art. I've used that many times before. You can use anything. You can use Daler-Rowney. As long as it's an acrylic paint and works the same way, you're fine.
And honestly, I could see the avocado and the aquamarine going together, but I would not have chosen eggplant, and yet it's perfect.
Well, I do love my purples, you see, so I'm going to use a purple no matter what.
Exactly.
Right, one last one, hopefully. Let's have a go at this bit here.
It almost looks like an owl face.
What, that? It does rather, doesn't it? With that leaf and the... Yeah. Weird.
And the steampunk, upside down steampunk glasses. Yeah. Do you see it?
Yeah, you put it that way up. Look, an owl. Woo. Woohoo. I don't know.
I love it. Oh, even Carol sees it. Right?
Yeah, they are. Deliberate owl if you do it properly.
And we don't see all the detail that you get to see because of the camera.
Yeah,
because of
because
where
of the
we
angle.
are.
Yeah.
But
I will take
have to say,
photos of it afterwards and add that in the group.
It's
Now,
beautiful.
I'm stopping doing any more here because I'm starting to rub it off too much, so I think that's about it for there.
Yeah.
And the rest of it has dried, so that's about... I'm just knocking everything over as I'm doing it.
Beautiful.
Just going to have one last go because there's that little clock there.
It's just beautiful.
I think that's enough. I think that's it for that. So that's good enough to put onto a piece of hardboard and call it a painting. There you go. There's a piece of hardboard. You could stick it on there, and there you are. You've got a painting.
I love it.
Or get some Tyvek, use the same colours, maybe stamp on it with the colours, and then you've got a piece of Tyvek that you can use as a reinforcement. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there we are.
But that tells me, though, that I would not do much stamping on the spine area because it would get buried under the...
Well, some of it will show depending on how big your piece of Tyvek's going to be.
Right. Well, dear, you went 67 minutes so far. You did a lot in a little over an hour.
Well, I think we'll stop there and we'll do the next stage tomorrow. Because we've got to let this dry. And I'll have some other ones that I did before, which I think I've already shown. They're the ones that I did the photos of and showed on the group. Yes, if anybody is on YouTube and wants to see them, then you'll need to ask to join a little goddess in all. Because that's where the pictures
Carol
are.
says she is officially started on her canvas.
Ooh. What, this sort of canvas or something she's doing herself?
Ooh.
Talking about a back rub, gosh, I could really do with one of those. Anyway, so I will see you good people tomorrow if you want to come back. If not, I'll be sitting here by myself doing it all on my own.
Oh, you're never by yourself. I'm always just around the corner.
Are you going to do some as well, Violet?
I am. I don't know if I'll have it ready tomorrow, but yes, I have the substrate ready. I told you that. I bought a thing of spackle. I told you that. So I have been gathering things to make impressions. So I have a few bottle caps and some other things. I was wondering if I were speedy, if I could use a needle. I have a very large needle, very large darning needle. I was wondering if I could use the end of it, the dull end of it, to draw in.
Probably. You can always try.
Yep. So, and I also have some rubber stamps that I'm going to dig out.
You could make impressions with a knife. An ordinary kitchen knife would make impressions, wouldn't it?
Yes. So far, it's been about 70 minutes long, Carol. So a little over an hour.
Wow. I think that's enough because, like others, my back is starting to make
long, but I understand. Yeah.
So this one, because there's so much here, I was sort of using the palette knife to make a pattern. That's quite deep and it's really damp and cold feeling at the back. So I will be leaving that overnight to dry. That
Definitely.
will dry as well. And this one that I did after that will also need to dry a bit more because that was the later one. That's the one that made such a startlingly good impression with that on. I was amazed with that. That was wonderful. I never had any idea. Lovely. I have to go and clean that now.
And you thought it was a ginger grater. No.
No, I thought it was a nutmeg grater.
Oh, a nutmeg grater. Okay.
Yeah.
Same difference. It's still...
The kind you
it's not
use.
a grater.
It's the
It's
kind...
an impressionist.
Yeah. It's the kind you use in order to grate bits of finger into your food. Anyway, there we are. So that's what we've managed today. And we'll carry on with these and do some more on this. We'll see what else we're going to do on that. I
Beautiful.
think what
Thank
I'm
you
going to be
so
doing,
much.
which is what I had intended to do, is to do the inside with papers. So any kind of papers you want to use, get some ready. Anything at all. You can even make your own papers by spraying on them and then printing on them with your stamps or anything like that.
Papers as in signatures for it?
Yeah, no, as in covering the inside, the brown inside, so that you've got something
okay.
there.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I've already done that part.
Oh, right, yes, of course you did yours earlier.
Yep.
And I have things like this that I can put on to create more chunkiness if I want to.
The fork, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea. Oh, good idea.
Nice little plastic fork, and if you colour it like I did those other ones I showed you, you remember in the
Yes.
in this thing.
I remember.
If you colour it like that and use some patina, I used the copper paint on that and then
Yes.
patina, and that's what comes out. Now you can also go over that with something like a matte medium or something like that to seal it, but I never did. I like the dusty feeling of this.
Scooch it away from you so we can see more. Scooch it towards the back of the other side of the room. Scooch it away from your body. There you go. Yep, that's what I wanted to see. Yep.
There you go.
Just stuff.
Stuff. There we go. Just stuff.
I
Okay.
love that.
That's quite an old one of my earlier works, that one. There we go, and the box. But there we are.
Thank you, Fran.
So I will say goodbye for now, because my back is killing me too.
Yep.
And I'll see you, good folk, tomorrow, same time, same place, hopefully. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, live. Bye-bye, YouTube. End stream. End.